Country singer Gretchen Wilson says she has fellow artist Blake Shelton to thank for helping get her career back on track. Wilson told Taste of Country that Blake was instrumental in helping her get her new role as road manager in the upcoming CBS reality series, The Road, starring Keith Urban. The singer says thanks to Shelton, she didn't audition for the role. Instead, Shelton, who is executive producer, suggested her for it. Blake said if you want somebody who isn't going to take any crap, who's going to tell it like it is, and who also has the heart to deal with these people and their emotions, it's Gretchen Wilson that you want to get, Wilson told Taste of Country. According to a press release, Wilson will be providing support and guidance to the emerging musicians as they make their way across America, ensuring the tour's success while sharing her expertise and experiences on the road as a touring artist. And Wilson agrees. Stepping into the role of tour manager for The Road has allowed me to take everything I've learned over all my years of touring and pour it right back into these emerging musicians, said Wilson in the press release. Helping them sharpen their talents to capture the attention of these crowds across America and guiding them through the real and raw grind of life on the road has been a highlight of my career. Unlike shows like American Idol and The Voice, the new CBS reality series doesn't bring contestants to just one stage to perform. Instead, the competition will put 12 competitors to the test as they perform as Keith Urban's opening acts on tour. And Urban's star power isn't just impacting the hopeful contestants. Gretchen Wilson says it had a huge effect on her as well. Keith performed at every one of these shows, Wilson says. Just aces. This guy is he's got it together. All I could think every time I was watching him on stage was, I want to be Keith when I grow up. In fact, Wilson says she told Urban that watching him work made her want to be a better version of herself, calling it a profound experience that will stick with her. In a new trailer for The Road, Keith Urban says, "This show is all about being on the road. I don't think it's a job, I think it's a calling." Joining the cast of The Road was an easy decision for Gretchen Wilson. The singer says she had just come through a years-long health battle, during which she says she considered quitting country music altogether. Instead, she fought back, making a triumphant return to last year's CMA Fest, singing Redneck Woman alongside Ashley McBryde. Wilson went on to compete in and win this season of The Masked Singer. She says after that, she wanted to keep her new momentum going, so joining The Road was an easy yes. In a move that has country music fans buzzing coast to coast, Blake Shelton has pulled off something truly unexpected, getting Gretchen Wilson back on the road and into the spotlight. That's right, the redneck woman herself is making a grand return, and it's all thanks to a little nudge from the ever-charismatic and chart-topping Blake Shelton. This isn't just a musical collaboration, it's a revival story. One that blends friendship, mutual respect, and a deep love for authentic country music. The country queen who stepped back, Gretchen Wilson was once the loudest, proudest voice in the genre. Her 2004 breakout hit, Redneck Woman, wasn't just a chart topper, it was an anthem. She won a Grammy, scored multiple platinum albums, and made it clear she was here to raise some hell and bring real stories to the country stage. But fame, as we all know, can be a double-edged sword. Between personal battles, industry pressures, and a desire for a more grounded life, Wilson gradually stepped out of the limelight. Her hiatus was long, and for many, it seemed like she might never return. Enter Blake Shelton. Blake's unexpected invitation. According to insiders close to both artists, it all started with a casual phone call. Shelton, who's been wrapping up a string of sold-out shows and still riding high from his time on The Voice, had a vision. He wanted to put together a tour that paid tribute to the roots of modern country, no frills, just real voices, real instruments, and real stories. And for Blake, no story was more real than Gretchen's. He reportedly reached out personally with no pressure. Just one message: country music still needs you. I still need you. Let's hit the road. Gretchen was hesitant at first. After all, she'd spent years away from the stage, enjoying a quieter life with her daughter and pursuing smaller gigs on her own terms. But Blake's sincerity and the opportunity to reconnect with fans lit a fire in her. She said yes. Back and better than ever. Gretchen's comeback tour isn't just some nostalgia act. From the first note of her return performance in Nashville last week, it was clear she hasn't missed a beat. Her voice still belts with raw power. Her attitude is still rebellious, authentic, and 100% her. And fans? They were absolutely losing it. Blake introduced her on stage with a tear in his eye and a beer in his hand, saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, the woman who made it okay to be loud, proud, and country as hell, Gretchen Wilson." They even performed a surprise duet, a powerful mashup of Shelton's God's Country and Wilson's Here for the Party that brought the house down. Fans react. It's like 2004 all over again. Social media exploded within minutes of her appearance. Tweets like, "Gretchen Wilson is back and I'm crying in my cowboy boots," and "Thank you, Blake Shelton, for giving us the comeback we didn't know we needed," trended throughout the weekend. Even younger fans, who were toddlers when Redneck Woman topped the charts, are discovering her music for the first time. Wilson's Spotify streams reportedly jumped by over 300% following her return performance. Yes, Gen Z is now two-stepping to Gretchen. More than music, a statement. What makes this comeback even more impactful is what it represents. In an industry where women are still underrepresented on the radio and older artists often get sidelined, Gretchen's return is a statement. Real talent never goes out of style. Blake Shelton's support shows a rare kind of loyalty in showbiz. While many artists chase trends, Blake's move was about heart, legacy, and making sure that legends get the respect they deserve. "I just felt like she wasn't done," Blake said in a backstage interview. "You don't write songs like that and disappear forever." "I told her, the world's a little less badass without Gretchen Wilson. What's next?" This could be the beginning of a full-blown resurgence. Sources close to Wilson say she's already writing new material, and yes, there's talk of a possible duets album with Blake Shelton. If the first shows are any indicator, the demand is already there. There's also buzz that the pair may appear at the upcoming Country Music Awards, possibly with a live performance that will mark Gretchen's official return to the televised country scene. And here's the kicker: Shelton is reportedly producing one of her upcoming singles. That's right, the two are cooking up more than just tour magic. A new chapter for Gretchen Wilson. The road back to the stage hasn't been easy for Gretchen. She's openly spoken about her past struggles, including dealing with anxiety, fame burnout, and even legal trouble. But this comeback feels like a healing moment, not just for her, but for the fans who grew up screaming her lyrics out their car windows. "Blake reminded me why I started doing this in the first place," Gretchen shared in a recent Instagram post. "It wasn't about fame or awards. It was about connection. About telling my truth. And y'all, I'm ready to tell it again."